Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leapin.
And welcome to another edition of Our City Tonight.
We're standing right downtown Vancouver, and we're looking forward to a really fully packed show.
That's right, so let's get right to Our City Tonight. Well, at this time of the year, if you're in Vancouver and heading to the Okanagan or part of the eastern Fraser Valley, you've got to stop in Abbotsford for a number of reasons, but behind us is definitely one of them.
Well, that reason is tulip season, and it's just gorgeous. In fact, Abbotsford has their third annual Bloom festival happening right now, their tulip festival, and that includes 2.5 million tulips, as you can sort of see behind us. Now, that includes 70 varieties of tulips, and now this was actually founded by Alexis Warmerdam, and she's a third-generation Canadian tulip farmer, fourth-generation bulb grower, and really a strong advocate for young BC farmers, which is really cool. So Ashley, this has been around for 3 years. How many people do you expect through during the Tulip Festival?
This year we're expecting to see around 100,000 people come through.
Oh my God, even on a sort of a cloudy day, you still got a lot of people coming through here. That's great. Now, one of the key, actually neat things you're doing this year is introducing a brand new tulip. Can you tell us a little bit about that special tulip?
Yeah, so we worked with our bulb grower in Holland to produce the new tulip, and we've named it after Alexis's, the owner, grandfather. So the tulip is Peter's legacy. It's a tall white tulip. It was our first tulip to bloom in the field. Wow. We had a baptism, which is a Dutch tradition, so you pour champagne on the new tulips.
Oh.
And her grandfather said the tulip is like him for 3 reasons. It's tall like him, it's white like his hair, and it's long lasting. So it's the first to bloom, and it's still in bloom right now.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we're here on Granville Island at the 12th annual Spot Prawn Festival. We're here with Christa Lee. I'm also looking for the only other guy on the island on a day like this wearing a suit jacket.
You won't find anybody.
I didn't think I would, actually.
Well, you might be wearing shorts because you can't see underneath there.
No, I'm not wearing shorts. But, you know, I was at a luncheon event before this, folks. I do put on t-shirts and shorts. Okay, anyway, we're here with our lovely, lovely friend, CL, and we're going to talk about some great wines. And later in the show, we're going to talk about an award-winning wine. So that's all coming up. So what are we talking about first on a beautiful day like this?
Well, today, you know, we knew the sunshine was going to be out today, and we're at the Spot Prawn Festival, and, well, you know me, what better wine than bubbles? So we haven't talked about this one for a little bit. So our effervescence from Evolve. So this is a blend. It's 50% Pinot Blanc, 30% Chardonnay, and 20% Pinot Gris.
Perfect with seafood.
Exactly, right? So when we've been sponsoring the Spot Prawn Festival, this is our 3rd year, and absolutely love this event. Amazing food, amazing wines, I think, but just great atmosphere, right? And this wine is perfect with Spot Prawn.
Oh, this wine is perfect with everything, but in particular with a seafood theme.
Yeah.
What a perfect.
Well, and the chefs have done such a creative, different twist on all of them this year. So some are a little bit spicy, some got a little more brunch twist, and what better than bubbles?
Very nice.
Absolutely.
Very nice. So it's a little sample right now. We're amongst the crowd here at the festival. Yes. Now we're going to come back in just a little bit, and we're going to talk about some more award-winning wines with CL, and I will find somebody who is wearing a suit jacket.
No, you won't.
You
won't.
Well, we're here at one of our favorite places. It's the Hyatt Regency Vancouver. If you're watching in the rest of the country, we are right in the middle of downtown Vancouver. You might hear some of the traffic because we are right next to the street, but we're in a great place we like. We're starting here at Grain Tasting Lounge.
And one of the really nice, unique things about this lounge is that they use all local ingredients, which is really kind of the trend these days, but you guys were way ahead of the trend, I think.
Yeah, since we've opened up in 2012, we've always promoted our BC distillers, brewers, brewers and also our vineyards from the Okanagan region.
Wonderful.
Very nice. Well, let's start with what Lita's having. Now, this was a really interesting drink to watch you make.
Yeah, so this one is our smoke and mirrors. We've made it with the dark horse today, and then we like to add a little toasted marshmallow just for a little extra lift.
We love, and all the cocktails that you're featuring are created by your
By
people.
us, yeah, by our people.
By Hyatt.
Yeah, so this one was created by one of our fellow bartenders, and so he generally works on the weekends, so make sure you come and see him.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, now I know I'm a big soccer fan, so I'm excited about this drink because it's got a Whitecaps, Vancouver Whitecaps connection. What am I about to have?
So this one is our promotional drink that we're going to be running all of May. We've called it the White Cap, and so we have used our wallflower gin and stuff in that, and it is to die for.
Very nice. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's very good. Oh, that's just got warm weather and summer in a glass.
I just love that you use local ingredients. And you know what, the other great thing about this particular spot is that you can open all the windows. You feel like you're on one big patio right downtown, so you get the best of both worlds.
That's right. Lita and I love coming here because we can sit right here and we're inside, but it's just the breeze is blowing in, the traffic, the hustle and bustle of the city. So this is great. And now I should ask, can I sample this throughout the year, or is it just a...
So at the moment we're going to be running it all of May.
Yeah.
And then we'll also run it as our bartender creation on Tuesday this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've moved upstairs to Mosaic Grill Bar at the Hyatt Regency, and we're trying our final cocktail of the day. It's more of an international bar upstairs here.
Yeah, up here we do have a few different international brands.
And this one's called Snake Eyes. A bit of a bite in it. Can you tell our viewers what we're about to sample?
Yeah, so this is a whiskey-based sour, and then we've also got it with a vegan foamer. So we like to cater for the masses, and in Vancouver, obviously, we have a lot of vegan-friendly options.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, that's got a bit of a kick to it. Yeah.
Ooh, that is delicious.
That is very good.
Your bourbon friends are going to definitely
they're going to like this
one.
Do you have an extensive cocktail list up here?
This one we have a little bit of a shorter list, but we do execute them very, very well.
Sure do, actually. Okay, coming up later in the show, we're going to stay up here at the Mosaic Grill and Bar. We're going to sample their food with Chef Daniel. Deb, thank you.
Thank you.
This health and wellness segment is brought to you by VIVA Nutraceuticals.
So, Dr. Nick, one of the questions I imagine you get as a practitioner is about memory, because we've got an aging population. Healthy aging and keeping your memory. Give us some ideas of what you would suggest.
Yeah, I mean, for everybody, there's going to be something different going on for each individual, right? I mean, we all see that we do have a declining quality of life going on in our society. So there's never one thing. But what we do see, there's a very real trend, and that is that we're getting in a lot of processed foods these days. You know, we've got an escalation in diabetes and blood sugar, and what they're calling actually Alzheimer's dementia, which is a real indication of poor memory and is actually type 3 diabetes.
Wow.
So,
okay. Well, then that's
there you go, right?
Probably a lot of people don't know to think about and go to the doctor and find out. And you know, being a naturopathic doctor, you give way more, more natural ways of dealing with it as opposed to just going to get a prescription. What are some of those suggestions for people?
Yeah, and this is why it's so important to get a thorough consultation, because everybody does have a different health history. We're understanding now that a major reason for why people do have blood sugar dysregulation is there's a massive amount of toxicity we're exposed to. And we're learning that toxicity actually interferes with hormonal uptake of these insulin into our cells.
Wow.
So understanding someone's history, whether they've had maybe metal amalgams even, we're seeing is a direct correlation to Alzheimer's dementia and some of these memory problems. So, let's take the average person. The average person may be having just brain fog and maybe not sleeping well. Who hasn't had that, right? And, it goes to your diet, it goes to toxic exposure, it goes to so many other things. And maybe vitamin D deficiency, right?
Yeah, not today, fortunately, but usually in Vancouver, I'm sure that's definitely an issue.
Yeah.
So give us some tips. I mean, for me, I know I forget things. Is it sometimes just because you're just too busy, or should I be concerned about that as I'm getting a bit older? I'm forgetting more.
Well, they do say it's, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So there's definitely a part to being stuck in this stress state, or the fight or flight state, where we tune up that meditative mind, or that alpha state that we can all access in our brain. So there's a part of that, but it does go back to nutrition and lifestyle, and maybe not exercising as much. There's so many different ways to engage more of a quality of memory and focus and whatnot, just on a daily basis. And to take it to a patient experience. I mean, these are common things that people experience when they start to develop lifestyle tools. So, and one of the big ones is fasting. So we teach everybody about intermittent fasting.
Great.
And studies do show that by engaging in intermittent fasting after a 6-week trial on Alzheimer's patients, improved memory, quality of life, and energy. So there's some real powerful there.
Excellent. Well, we certainly appreciate your time, and everyone's dealing with that kind of memory as you're getting older. So that's excellent. We certainly appreciate that.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Well, behind us is the beautiful Vancouver skyline. We're here at just outside of Granville Island on Fisherman's Wharf, and we're here to try some great wines with Christa Lee.
Yeah, here we're at the Spot Prawn Festival.
This is your third time with them, right?
Yeah, so we've been the sponsor of the Spot Prawn Festival for 3 years, and it's always such a great event, right?
Do you always get sun?
No, it rained a little last year, but absolutely, it's always sunny in Vancouver, right?
And what's great too is that this is the 12th annual one, but what you're presenting here today goes great with everything that they're serving here, correct?
Exactly. So I chose some wines that, there's 12 different chefs throughout today making some amazing dishes, and so what I've prepared now is our 2017 White Meritage. We've just released this wine. This just won a Best of Varietal at the BC Wine Awards for Best White Blend in British Columbia, and I'm super excited about this. This is one of my favorite wines. It's 68% Sauvignon Blanc and 32% Semillon, and there's so much going on in this glass. It's just got lots of rich, ripe fruit. It's dry, but it's got this perception of a little sweetness just because it's so ripe, and so versatile when it comes to food pairings.
I was going to say, other than seafood, what else would you pair with this?
Oh, this could go with chicken. This would be a white wine if you don't like red wine that could go with red meat.
Oh, okay.
If you, I can't imagine not liking red wine, but
No.
And there's so many restaurants, and actually this particular brunch sold out this year. So,
Exactly.
And you have a big lineup at your booth.
we do, it's the afternoon.
And we should say we are going to be visiting the opening of the New Time Winery in downtown Penticton. Can you tell us briefly about that?
Yeah, so it's been 2 years of construction, but we've purchased the old movie theater in downtown Penticton, and we're converting it into a winery. So it's 4 theaters. Theater 1 is our fermentation hall, Theater 2 is our barrel cellar, Theater 3 is our cellar, Theater 4 will be a theater. We'll have a restaurant, a tasting bar, our entire culinary team is on board, and we're ready to open the doors. So
Very nice.
Perfect. Well,
we
cheers
invite
to
everyone.
you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Come on, Jim. Busy drinking.
I thought I saw somebody wearing a suit jacket. I thought, no, I guess not. Okay.
No, that didn't happen. Just you.
Hey, we're coming back later in the show with the award-winning wine. That's coming up later in our city tonight. Well, welcome back to the Hyatt Regency here in downtown Vancouver. Well, we tried the cocktails first downstairs at Grain Tasting Bar. We're now upstairs at Mosaic Restaurant with a man who you want to talk to when you're talking about food.
Yeah, and Daniel, you've been here for a while now, but apparently you originally worked for the Hyatt, right?
Yes.
You're coming home.
I am coming home. It's home sweet home. I did work here previously for 13 years.
Wow.
Left there for 4 years, and then when the opportunity came, I couldn't pass up on the, being back with friends and family here.
Wonderful.
Right?
And you brought the whole farm to table sort of concept too.
Important in this day and age. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to sample here. This is your kind of one of your signature dishes.
It is. Yep.
Smells so good.
What I have is a fresh wild-caught halibut, and I do actually have a segment where I will showing you how.
We just sample while you're talking.
Oh, please do. Yes. And it's also served with a quinoa, sorghum, and millet pilaf. We also made a apple basil mustard, served with some organic carrots, some mushrooms, and then we have some mizuna salad and a black ink quinoa.
Oh, wow. Very, very interesting. So what inspired this dish?
So I really believe in eating healthy. You cannot tell by this, but well,
this looks very healthy.
Yes. And, when you really look at it, it's all about just simple flavor profile. Not too many ingredients, and just let the ingredients speak for itself. I know you've heard a lot of that from a lot of chefs,
which is good.
It is true, though, right? You don't want to mess around with natural ingredients.
No, the halibut tastes just delicious. It doesn't need to have sauces and all that.
All it was just salt and some butter, some lemon, some thyme, and we just glazed it, and that was it.
And one of the things that Lita and I always talk to chefs about when we're doing segments like this is that you can't get complacent with your menu.
Correct.
Like you just have a new menu, so you've got to constantly be looking for new challenges and exciting new things for your customers.
Yes. We get a lot of good local guests coming in, so we don't want them to get bored of the food.
No.
So we want them to, try new things. We got a lot of great talented chefs here now, right? And we got a lot of great talented chefs.
You're the first guy getting a phone call.
I am so sorry.
That's okay. No.
You're a busy guy.
That's the first one, right?
Wow.
So we really take pride in utilizing our cooks. That way they keep involved and engaged in what they want to do.
Absolutely.
This looks great, and you've got a lot of great items here and at the bar you can get, and of course downstairs. But thank you very much for being with us today. We'll let you go take that phone call while Lita and I eat this great halibut.
No.
Thanks, Chef.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.
Well, we're here at Granville Island Hotel. We should say the only hotel on this lovely little island. We're overlooking Pelican Bay Marina at Dockside Restaurant, and it's now time for some movie reviews. I tell you what, folks, over the last 22 years, every time a movie is a surprise hit, inevitably the sequel will follow, and often it's bloated, too long, a mess. I am very happy to say that the sequel to Deadpool, that would be Deadpool 2, is funnier than the first. Now, Ryan Reynolds is back as Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool. Now, his job is to protect a young mutant. Because he's Deadpool, he's going to do that reluctantly because all he really cares about is his girl and, of course, himself and killing bad guys. But he's going to do that because this will save his soul. Folks, as I said to you before, it is funny. This encapsulates everything that makes Ryan Reynolds what he is. He's funny, he's sarcastic, he's great looking, he's athletic, and this is his jewel. We should also give big kudos out to Josh Brolin, who plays the killer from the future known as Cable. He just is there to be the straight guy, but even he is great. This one is funnier than the first. As I said, it gets an 8 out of 10. Our next two movies now are all about movies that are good, but made better because of the acting. The first movie we're going to talk about is Disobedience. It stars Rachel Weisz and Rachel McAdam, and a really good actor who deserves to be known more, a guy named Alessandro Nivola. Now, this is the story about a woman who was shunned by a community years ago for indiscretion. She returns to the family and the community. I don't want to reveal a lot about this movie because I don't want to give away much of the plot, but this is all about love, religion, faith, family, and sex and passion. And again, a movie made better by the actors, especially Rachel McAdams, good Canadian actress, and Rachel Weisz. Look for this in theaters. It gets an 8 out of 10. Our next movie is one that I really enjoy because I really enjoy this young actress. She's one woman with the odd Welsh name. It's Saoirse Ronan. Now, you may remember her from a lot of movies. She is in the new movie, which is based on legendary writer Ian McEwan's novel called On Chesil Beach. Now, in this movie, we get the story of a young couple. It's the summer of 1962. The sexual revolution is just around the corner with the Beatles, and it's a story about a couple courting, marriage, everything in between. Again, I don't want to give away a lot of the plot, but boy, this is a beautiful looking film, and Saoirse Ronan is quickly becoming one of those actresses I put in a category where I'd watch them read a menu. They're that good, and this kid is still really young and got a lot of acting to do. Look for this movie, On Chesil Beach. It gets a 7 out of 10. Okay, let's go from theatrical to home viewing, and a movie that's celebrating its 20th anniversary. It's Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan, set on D-Day, starring Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, and a whole bunch of other recognizable faces. This won Best Director and Best Cinematographer. The opening 10 minutes are very tough to watch, but kudos to this film, and it's 20 years old, available for home viewing on DVD, and you can find other ways to watch it. Coming up later in the show, we'll tell you about another classic movie that is celebrating its 40th anniversary. We'll tell you how you can win copies of that DVD as well. Overlooking Pelican Bay Marina on Granville Island at Granville Island's only hotel, Granville Island Hotel. We're at Docksides. Come check it out if you're in Vancouver. If you're watching in the rest of the country, you got to check this place out when you are in Vancouver. That's this week's movie reviews. While we're out here in Richmond in the YVR South Terminal region, that's the Vancouver airport for the people watching in the rest of the country, we're here for a very high-end special event.
Yes, we're here at Millionair in one of their hangars here for Aurora Jets, but why we're here is Bentley is unveiling one of their newest luxury vehicles.
Now, what's behind us here?
Well, that's one of their older ones, but yeah, wow, we definitely would take that one. But apparently the new one is super, super exciting.
We're going to see it in just a few seconds.
So we are here with Aurora Jet Partners. Tell us a little bit about this jet.
This jet is a Challenger 300. It's just about perfect to go from Vancouver over to Maui with 9 people, very comfortable.
Beautiful. And how long have you been with the company?
I've been with the company for 7 years now.
Great. And so what's really special about these jets?
What's special about these jets is it's just about the perfect size airplane without being too much airplane. 8 or 9 passengers, comfortable for anywhere in North America and back. It's absolutely whisper quiet when you're taking off at full throttle.
Beautiful.
Well, it is very loud here, but we managed to pull Warren away from Bentley for a few seconds. Warren, a great opening night for the car. Can you talk a little bit about, I mean, the cars are great, that goes without saying, but can you talk a little bit of what goes into the philosophy of the brand?
So the brand is very much a hand-built, handcrafted, bespoke manufactured car, so that it's all handcrafted in Crewe in England, and it's very much the crafting and the bespoke nature of the car is very much our heritage. So,
and like with anything, when you're a high-end kind of brand, you can't get complacent. What do you guys look at doing when it comes to, okay, we have a new model coming out next year? What do you do?
So it's hard. The current car, actually, the outgoing car is a special car. It's been fantastic for Bentley. It's really transformed the brand. The Continental GT is very much now what people attribute Bentley's success to. So for the new car, we want to maintain the refinement, maintain that specialness of Bentley. However, we also need to evolve it and bring in new technology into the car. And in terms of this, the new Continental GT, it's very much evolved the design, but also evolved the handling and characteristics of the car. So it's very much a step into the future for Bentley.
And finally, every market is important, but how important is the North American market? Is it growing, specifically the Canadian market?
So the US market is still our biggest market in the world. When I say the US, I say North America.
Okay, yeah.
Canada, for us, we're in 4 cities. We have representation in 4 cities, and the Canadian dealers are fantastic representatives of our brand. So they do represent the brand in the right way. They are huge advocates, and they totally understand and appreciate everything that makes Bentley special. And they also serve our customers very well.
Very nice. Warren, buddy, I appreciate tonight. Enjoy the night. Great new car.
Thank you very much.
Well, behind us, of course, the Vancouver skyline. I tell you, we get a lot of rain in the city, but when you get days like this, it's gorgeous. We're on Granville Island. If you're watching in the rest of the country, you must come visit when you visit our fair city. Back here with Christa Lee, and boy, you got a lot of kudos for this last wine we're going to try.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I'm excited about all of our wines, but this one in particular. So we just won Best Riesling at the Best of Varietal competition at the BC Wine Awards. But more than that, what they do after is they take the best of each category and they push it forward forward to the next level to select the best of competition, and this Riesling won.
Well done.
Well, we need a cheers early here.
Wow. Out of almost 600 wines, this is selected as the best wine in British Columbia at the BC Wine Awards.
Congratulations.
Say that again. Say that again for our viewers, please.
The best
As
wine.
this woman walks in front here. There we go. TV.
Our best wine in British Columbia.
Best wine in British Columbia, period, this year.
Wow,
Well done,
wow,
well done.
Riesling,
So tell
you
us-
know
tell
what,
us
you
more
make
about
some
it.
great Rieslings,
Thank you.
wow, I know
Yeah.
time makes a good Riesling.
Yeah,
but this
so
is
and so
spectacular.
actually, good point, Lita. Really exciting. So not only did this win Best Riesling,
Yeah.
then there was one gold medal awarded, and that was to our Time Riesling.
Wow.
So
Wow.
the two best Rieslings in British Columbia were Time and Evolve.
So you just
very exciting.
locked up the market for Riesling.
We're hoping so, yeah. So we love Riesling. My dad, for those of people that know, my dad, Harry McWaters, he's actually a huge Riesling fan, and we've never made Riesling in the past. It's relatively new for us.
Really?
But he's actually the treasurer of the International Riesling Foundation. So we love Riesling. We drink a lot of Riesling, we buy a lot of Riesling, and now we're making it. And
So do you like Riesling
hopefully
better
well.
than Bubble?
No, but let's not get crazy.
I think she likes bubble more than breathing, actually.
Yeah,
And
actually.
we should ask now, what is a perfect pairing? Obviously, again, you brought these out because where we were at the Spot Prawn Festival, but
Yeah.
other foods you'd
Yeah, I brought this because I knew that we were gonna have some curry here, and so a little bit of spiciness. But Riesling, oh my God, sunny day like today, sitting on a patio, with a little cheese, a little fruit,
And a
just on
suit
its
jacket.
own taste. And nothing
jacket.
should go with a suit jacket.
Listen,
but, all right, Jim.
I'm meeting you guys halfway. I didn't wear a tie.
This
so
is true. He's casual. This is casual, Jim.
Well, congratulations again. We just love being partnered with you guys. You know,
Thank you.
how can you beat award winning?
Yes, and congratulations, we should say again to our viewers in the rest of the country. Penticton, that whole Okanagan, great wine country. Go check out the new winery in Penticton.
Yeah,
Yes.
Time Winery in Penticton. Evolve Cellars, we're located in Summerland, and we encourage everybody to come and visit us.
We'll be there.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Carrie Adams from CTV Morning Live, and you're watching Our City Tonight.
Well, as we're shooting this, tomorrow is Mother's Day, and if you're watching this later in the year in a repeat, it doesn't really matter because moms are great every day. So, Lita, you want to go first?
Well, my mom, actually, she is just the pillar of strength for me. I love her. She's a role model. So, hey, big shout out to my mom.
Oh, my mom, we work in a family business, so you can imagine with my father and my brother, my mom is amazing because she allows us to do what we love, and we would not be able to make these wines without the support of her. So, cheers to you, Mom.
And my mom, best mom in the world.
Well, hang
Thanks.
on.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, now we're going to
whoa,
talk
whoa.
about that, actually. Yeah, sorry, no.
I like your mom, but
Your mom is good.
cheers,
Well, we like
cheers
it.
to all the moms.
And my mom actually wears suit jackets to make me feel better. So cheers to mom.
Cheers to moms.
Well, we're back here at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Vancouver, and we're about to wrap up another edition of Our City Tonight.
Well, we're here at Grain Tasting Bar, and Jim, we have a giveaway that is, 40th anniversary, oh my God, of, what's that movie?
Grease is the
Oh
word
my God.
from the, oh my God, am I really getting that old category? It's been 40 years since Grease came out.
And who didn't dance to that in their basement? Oh my God.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're a fan of this movie, and I really don't know of anybody who isn't, we like to give away DVDs when we can, and this is another exclusive one. You can win the 40th anniversary edition of this great movie. Lita, there are so many great elements to this package. There's commentaries, there's booklets, there's behind the scenes stuff, too many things to discuss, but you can win by doing what?
Going to our email at ourcitytonightgiveaways@gmail.com. Just let us know that you want to win one of these great DVDs, and you could win.
That's right, what a great package to give away. Thanks to Paramount Pictures and all our friends at Shin Communications in Toronto. I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leapin.
We'll see you on the next edition, Our City Tonight.